channel. Welcome back to my channel, guys. तो गाइस हम फाइनली अपनी आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट वापस चालू कर रहे हैं। सुमेरु की चालू कर रहे हैं वापस से। बढ़िया भाई।
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
आ जाओ गाइस, आ जाओ फटाफट फटाफट। भाई वापस से हम अपना चालू कर रहे हैं।
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
तो भाई सुमेरु पेन लगा दूं मैं फटाफट इधर। कहाँ है भाई अपना सुमेरु R3? यहाँ जाना है ना अपने पोर्ट उसमें। अरे ठीक है, समझ गए। इधर इधर लोग टेलीपोर्ट मार ले फटाफट। यहाँ तो आती बांसुरी चल जाती है, बढ़िया लगता भाई। सुमेरु बहुत प्यारी जगह है यार। बांसुरियाँ चल जाती है ना इधर, पूरे वाइब्स में भाई हम तो। मजा आता है सुमेरु में यार। भाई इसकी स्टोरी यार देखना है भाई, अच्छी स्टोरी है इसकी। वैसे स्टोरी लाइन तो बहुत अच्छी है इसकी। देखो डोल वोल बच गया, सब बढ़िया लग रहा है। बढ़िया बढ़िया, बस मैंने लगा दिया ये। मैं रुका हुआ इसलिए क्योंकि तुम लोग भी आते हो देखते हो, तो तब तक ठीक है ना। बढ़िया है। चलो भाई चला जाए, अब स्टोरी आगे बढ़ाएं, चालू करें। मेरे यहाँ पे ही अच्छा लगता है। सुमेरु में ढोल बज जाते हैं ना आते ही से। बढ़िया है सुमेरु तो, बढ़िया है भाई। चलो भाई सब सेट करके अपना मैं अपना देख के चलूं भाई।
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
चला जाए। हमें जाना है इधर, हमें इधर जाना है। नीचे जाना है। चलो भाई हमें इधर आना है। पहले मैं इन्वेस्टिगेट कर लूं भाई। क्या है इधर? क्या दे रहे हो भाई तुम इधर? आज थोड़ा मैं लेट तक बैठूंगा गाइस। आज मैं सुमेरु का आर्कन क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट करना चाह रहा हूँ। लगभग जितनी हो जाए उतनी बढ़िया। हाँ बढ़िया।
If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something.
बताओ क्या हेल्प करें?
I
What
need
is
you
it?
to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's
अच्छा,
guarded against people from the academia because most of her wares don't comply with academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become
अच्छा,
one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
अच्छा.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
ठीक है.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste.
अच्छा.
I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad.
सही बात.
Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
Yeah, I can use it.
Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
ये ज़्यादा चमक
How'd
रही है
it go?
left side वाली.
Did you see anything?
The one on the left shines
Rumor
bright.
has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some
Sure.
canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any
Sure.
Mora left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Sure.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time.
I'm taking that
Okay,
risk.
then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion then.
ठीक है भाई.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
मेरे पास डोरी है ना. बस. बस यूज नहीं करता वैसे. ये रही ये छोटी सी बच्ची. ये है ना मेरे पास ये डोरी. यूज नहीं करता मैं इसे कभी. चलो भाई पहुंच गए ये रहे यहाँ पे.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
You want to buy some raw fruits?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Paimon doesn't think it was that on the paper.
You want to say?
What a unique palate. We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe horror fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You too. Please follow me.
अरे मैंने
You
पेपर
two
पढ़ा
have
नहीं मैं तो.
fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
वही कोड वर्ड में बात
The
कर रहे हैं ना
warehouse
ये.
is up ahead. Please follow me.
थोड़ा तेज चल रहा है भाई.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Congratulations to you.
Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to erudition.
अच्छा.
Eating something that causes heat stroke sounds...
I'm sorry.
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer
अरे
look
मैंने
at the
पढ़ा
paper.
नहीं ना भाई. मैं तो जल्दबाजी में पढ़ रहा हूँ. ला भाई पेपर दिखा दो कोई यार. अब मैं नहीं आता पेपर देखना भाई. हम तो बेकार आदमी हैं. अब नहीं आता पेपर देखना. कहाँ है भाई? इसका बैग कहाँ है? मेरा बैग कहाँ है मेरा? देखा हो भाई पेपर. कहाँ है ये पेपर? किधर है? ये रहा. Good. डिजीनेस ले ठीक है भाई. ले बात कर ले फिर से.
Before I retrieve your please
Tell,
forgive
tell,
me,
tell,
but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better, you look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring?
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
ये होगा.
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra! Run!
What? The mantra? Where? I'll hate them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way.
किधर है ये? चाहिए राइट आर्म इधर ऊपर.
Try and stop me!
Look, he's over there.
तो पूरा ऊपर ही ले जाएगा क्या?
Rev the engines!
Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password! Huh? Oh, that voice...
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you?
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but we'll take it.
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces, no matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business. We don't need any of that.
अच्छा
Wouldn't you
honest
agree?
business illegal
So that's why
illegal
I
honest
prefer to
business
have
है पर
customers like you.
बहुत बढ़िया
It's your first time here, but don't worry. I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please, knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good.
can you show us your products
Yes, of course, of course. Go ahead. Help yourselves. Voila!
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her with all this.
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. I can, however, offer some suggestions. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's on
Yeah.
sale now for 350,000 Mora.
wow भाई
Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in that topic?
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
मैंने चीज़ हो
Ooh,
वैसी
now this sounds like it could be useful.
2 million Mora, and it's
ले भाई
yours. No discounts.
वाह भाई $2 million
That's a lot of Mora!
Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are indicated in small text on the body of each one, down at the bottom.
Alright, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
तीन है ना ये this one as well
Ah, you've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye for quality.
variety of
We'll
candy
take these, please and thank you.
My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000 even. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more and more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million Mora.
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million!
calm down Paimon don't let it trick you into spending
But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1,000,000 Mora. Isn't that a fantastic deal? Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, everything we bought belongs to Alhaitham. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
I think you are the only one who's curious.
Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Ahem. You got a deal, Dory. We'd like to spend an extra 100,000 Mora.
Excellent. Then please, select from this fine collection of canned knowledge over here.
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the ones from over there?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1,000,000 Mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find something to your liking. Please, take your time.
Uh-oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these.
Maybe we should just pass this time.
So, what did you see?
They all seem equally bright.
So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the Mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one.
Whatever make Paimon happy.
Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need, bring your Mora to Dory and doors will open.
ठीक समझ
My
गया.
errands with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Mora, Mora, shiny Mora. Oh, please come back anytime you need something.
खुश हो गई मेरा लेके. ठीक है चलो भाई, खुश होना बच्चों को. पैसा तो लूट लिया हमारा, ऐसे हमारा भी नहीं था वो. चलो भाई, जाना इधर है अपने को वापस. ठीक है.
Full throttle!
You two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcher won't come here. Okay now, tell me how your encounter with Dory went.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
We want to meet with that end.
Yeah, she just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule.
So,
Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
Wow! There's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or even how to find your brother?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
क्या बात?
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next.
Your goal is to find it
I
too.
won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession.
अच्छा,
Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar.
They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains King Deshret's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it.
अच्छा,
They refuse to let anyone from the Academia tarnish their deity's soul.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the divine knowledge capsule is.
सही बात.
Yes,
समझ गया मैं.
you can
Plan
say that.
यही
But this
दोस्त
arrangement
बनना
harms
कि
none
पता
of
करने
us.
का ना.
The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
ठीक.
Okay, then we'll meet up in 2 days.
Haytham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but we're not sure how to use it.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Sure, I can teach you. Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you say we head to the outskirts of town?
बढ़िया बिल्कुल. उस कैप्सूल का मेरे को लगता नहीं कुछ फायदा होगा, पर ठीक है, चलिए जाए. अरे मेरे को ये वाला टेलीपोर्ट भी तो खोलना है. मैंने यहीं से चलूंगा. कोई बात नहीं, चला जाए.
Burn it down!
पहुंच गए बस.
All right, this place works. Show me the capsule you purchased. Sword fighting techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength.
वो तो है
We
ही
can
अपने
conduct a
पास.
controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles, one before using this knowledge capsule and one after. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry. I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
Wow! Oh, hey, Thumb! You must have been one of those guys at the academia who got top grades on everything.
अरे रे.
Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right? So, why are you risking getting caught by the mantra for this capsule?
I'm also curious about
When you
that.
are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but one theory.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the question.
All right, let's
Curiosity
begin
है
the
बस.
test.
क्या
Just
होता है
fight as
देखते
you
हैं
normally do.
इसलिए. चलो भाई हम तो नॉर्मली फाइट तो भैया एक कैरेक्टर लेके करता हूँ मैं. और ये कौन है? ये बच्चे से. शॉर्ट टेक्निक है ना भाई. ठीक है भाई. और आओ. भाई मेरे अभी कैरेक्टर इतने अपग्रेड नहीं है भाई. बिल्कुल भी नहीं है भाई.
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to record data. The next step is to use this knowledge capsule. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection with it so you can activate its power.
चलो भाई. प्रेस L3 भाई. ठीक है भाई. अच्छा इन्वेंट्री है. अच्छा अच्छा. सॉरी माय बैड. भूल गया मैं तो. यूज. As if I saw countless sword wielding figure fighting one moment and then the next they disappear into retrieving my memory.
Hey, how are you feeling?
I feel something for a moment. Said capsule become a part of
You
my
mean
life.
that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2. Fight with the same composure as before.
कुछ हुआ उससे मेरे को तो कोई फर्क नहीं दिख रहा. कोई फर्क नहीं है. हमारे 100 के मोर ऐसे ही वेस्ट हो गए. मेरे को तो ऐसा लग रहा है क्योंकि उसने कहा था भाई हमारी स्ट्रेंथ ज़्यादा. हम तो पावरफुल थे ही वैसे भी यार. ट्रैवलर तो पावरफुल था ही तो उसकी स्ट्रेंथ से तो कोई मतलब मैच ही नहीं होगा.
Now,
वही बात.
I'll start recording data again.
Oh, hey, Thumb. How's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat capability. During the second fight, her overall fighting performance increased by 0.073%.
Wait, how much?
0.073, basically zero.
Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that amount!
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
चलो भाई. Ever so close. ठीक है भाई. Wait until 2 days from now. ठीक है भाई. 2 days. 1 2 1 दिन और जाएगा. तो भाई हम तो पहले ही स्ट्रांग, तो मैं कह रहा था कोई ज्यादा फर्क पड़ेगा नहीं मेरे को. ऐसा स्कैम हो गया हमारे साथ. टिपिकली तो कोई दूसरी नॉलेज लेते हैं तो ज्यादा बड़ी. पहुंच गए.
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the divine knowledge capsule is.
चलो चलो. टेलीपोर्ट मार लूं मैं. टेलीपोर्ट. मेरे को उधर भी तो वो करना था यार. वो मैं अगली बार कर लूंगा. उधर जाऊंगा ना.
Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I do for you this time? You name it. Canned knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it. Where there's a waterfall of Mora, there's a way.
Can you really get us anything we want? Anything at all?
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind.
I would like to buy information on the whereabouts of the divine knowledge.
Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more profound than ordinary canned knowledge. But you know, that kind of information isn't going to be cheap. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big, big trouble.
But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious how you just happen to have this kind of info the moment we need it.
सही बात.
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure more sales. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it.
नहीं, of
It's
course.
always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The divine knowledge capsule was purchased yesterday by a certain Misery, the leader of Ain el Ahmar.
Ain el Ahmar? You mean the Aramites who worshipped King Deshret?
Ah, so you're already familiar with them. The group has done everything in their power to obtain the divine knowledge capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of King Deshret.
अच्छा.
That divine knowledge capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. It was glowing bright red. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took. You can look for yourself.
Thanks, Thanks for the info, Dory.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain. Please, don't hesitate to contact me if you ever need anything else in the future. More effort, Dory. Opens doors.
ठीक है ठीक है.
Well, we figured out where the divine knowledge capsule is. Turns out, it ended up in the hands of Ain el-Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham.
भाई हमेशा ये जो ऑडियो आती है ना ये सुमेरु की बहुत प्यारी लगती है मेरे को. जो बैटल फील्ड थोड़ी फीलिंग देता है. अरे मेरे को नीचे जाने का है ना. मैं इधर से क्यों जाऊँगा? मैं इधर से जाऊँगा. रुके जाऊँगा मैं. चलो भाई चला जाए.
Al-Haytham, we got the info you wanted.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the intel. Have a look.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites transaction. But then to get close enough to take a picture like this. Bold move, Dory. Very bold move. All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain al-Ahmar. And the glowing red capsule he's holding appears to be the divine knowledge capsule. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we should be able to force them to show their hand.
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain el-Ahmar guys. But now, it sort of makes sense. Everything's playing right into your hands. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us the divine knowledge capsule.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon of the arranged date, 3 o'clock sharp.
We will
See
there.
you then.
Few days later, on the day of the meeting.
Al-Haytham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Faros Lighthouse.
Yep, let's go.
चलो भाई लड़ने. चला जा. किधर है वो? इधर है ना. मेरे को पहले इधर जाने का था. ये पूरा घूम के मेरे को इधर आने का है. क्यों? क्योंकि मेरे को ये टेलीपोर्ट पॉइंट्स खोलने हैं. मैंने तो खोले ही अभी तक. सुमेरु तो मैंने खोला भी नहीं पूरा. खोल देंगे बाद में. अभी तो जो एरिया में हम है वही काफी है. चलो भाई टेलीपोर्ट मार के चलें फटाफट इधर.
Rev the engines!
Al-Haytham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually show up.
It was
Ajare.
I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your promise. But to your credit, it appears that you're sticking to your word. This is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup. I assume you don't mind.
Backup? Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine. Your funeral.
आजा भाई लड़ ले
I'm
भाई.
not going to mince
अंडर
my
तनी किसी चीज
words.
से.
Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
आ जाओ आ जाओ. लड़ लो आ जाओ.
Uh-oh, here they come. Good luck, you two.
अरे
Rise with the sun!
कुछ ना कर पाएंगे.
You're in for a little shock.
पहल गया बस. पहल गया.
Come a little closer.
बस बोलिया गिर गया कर लिया मजा कर लिए ले फैल गए सारे
Academia scum!
आजा
Boss, finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss?
ला भाई
Boss! Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
फाइटिंग सीन है हैंडल ही नहीं कर पा रहा पावर
Target acquired. Arrest him.
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away.
मेमोरी ले
World, forget me.
What in Tibet just happened? It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him?
Speaking of which, I did mention.
Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Irminsul?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This divine knowledge capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Possessing it doesn't grant you divine wisdom or power. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
That's exactly what I heard before.
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge Capsule back too. What a shame. We were so close. Still, Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge Capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if we tried to open it. Oh, who knows what would have happened to us?
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the Academia, do you have any idea how we can go about meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself anyway.
Everything about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery.
I'm
तो
heading
मैंने
back to
डाला
the
टाइटल में भी
Academia.
आज मिस्ट्री
How
भाई
about you two?
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good.
You have a point. Let's return to Sumeru City.
Then we'll part ways here, Al-Haytham. Until we meet again.
इसके
Now,
पास कैप्सूल है ना ये.
do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
Through mist of smoke and the forest dark. Complete हो गया ये भी. कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं भाई. आर्कन क्वेस्ट तो कंटिन्यू करनी है अपने को चलने का है इधर वापस. चलो भाई.
We didn't miss the Sumeru's festival, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time.
इसका भी तो देखना है ना मेरे को. सब जीरो इसका. अरे एक मिनट. पहले मैं ये ले लूं. इधर है ये रही. तो क्राफ्ट है. एडवेंचर गिल्ड किधर है इधर का? सुमेरु का ये रहा नीचे. ये रहा.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank
Daily
you for
commissions
completing
to
today's commissions.
धन्यवाद. चलो भाई. अब कंटिन्यू कर रहे जाए.
Try and stop me!
There she is! Dunyarzad! We're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's
Looks like we
birthday.
made back in time. It's very important festival after all.
Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord Kusanali will feel everyone's gratitude.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos? Discover anything over there?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
Indeed, we were only left with more questions. Unfortunately, we didn't find any new information on.
I see. Sounds like you two had another exciting adventure. If there is another chance, I would love to join.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Yeah.
You were eavesdropping!
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's all right, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So, Dia, please take some time to relax. I'll be fine.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. My apologies for not realizing this sooner. I've already prepared a room for you to rest. Please follow me.
बिल्कुल.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
The Moon of the Thousand Roses Springs. अच्छा, अच्छी स्टोरी लाइन. टाइटल अच्छा है. चैप्टर 3 हाँ. एक्ट 1 हो जानी चाहिए आज. सुमेरु क्वेस्ट जहाँ तक मुझे लगता है. कल परसों फिर फाउंटेन चालू करेंगे. गाजर उठाऊं मैं बस यहाँ पे. इधर क्या है? ओ आ गया ना भाई. राइसली आ गया ना भाई. बढ़िया. बैनर चेंज हो गया गाइस.
Here we are. It's also fairly close to where I've been staying.
It looks really nice.
Sorry for the trouble. Yeah.
Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you stories next time.
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together tomorrow?
बिल्कुल.
All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia is still insisting on her covert protection.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you, right?
I will keep you company
Then
tomorrow.
let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning. Have a great night.
It's a deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
रुको गाइस, 1 मिनट. मैंने अभी वीडियो डाला है, मैं थोड़ा उसका थंबनेल चेंज कर लूँ. थंबनेल बदल दो. मतलब अभी मैंने रेड डेड रिडेम्पशन का वीडियो डाला है, तो उसको भी चेकआउट कर लो गाइस. अगर तुम देख रहे हो तो कर लेना, बाद में कर लेना. अभी तुम लाइव देख लो, वीडियो तो पड़ा रहेगा उसके अंदर ही कंटेंट में. बड़ी बात नहीं है, वीडियो तो वीडियो है. सब देखो गाइस, सब देखो यार, प्लीज थोड़ा सपोर्ट करो यार. बढ़िया. मैंने इतने समय बाद ये डाला वीडियो रेड डेड के. मैं तो 1-2 दिन रेड डेड के डालूंगा. 1-2 वीडियो तो रेड डेड के ही होंगे, उसके बाद देखेंगे सब. इसके बाद मेरे को रेसिडेंट इविल मूवी चालू करना है. क्या बोलते हैं, चलो भाई.
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight. See you tomorrow.
बिल्कुल.
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sub-Zero festival too. Will there be lots of yummy food? Oh no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. The earlier we sleep, the better. Let's go inside, traveler.
चलो.
Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
यहाँ पे थोड़ा सैड म्यूजिक तो चालू होगा अभी पीछे.
Traveler, Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
बिल्कुल.
You know it. It's just that, as expected, I had some trouble falling asleep last night. I'm hoping my body won't be too much of an issue today. Well, shall we? Let's start with the stalls over there.
बिल्कुल.
Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Aw, Paimon's a little disappointed.
कि भाई क्यों वेजिटेरियन में क्या दिक्कत?
What's the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections were foods like Rukashva mushrooms, Nilopala lotuses, Sumeru roses, Sunsetias, Kapalatas, Hara fruits, and Zaytun peaches.
अच्छा.
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
अच्छा.
Wait, but if that's the case, dragon food to represent the Dendro Archon. Then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak? Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlan as soon as possible.
चले जाएंगे भाई. चले गए हैं वैसे तो. Technically हमने नेटल पूरा कर लिया है. देख लो वो भी. प्लेलिस्ट में. मैं वापस सुमेरु फाउंटेन कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैं एक पूरी स्टोरी लाइन कंप्लीट करनी है.
Would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound like they'd be fun to try together.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
Sure.
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
Sure sounds random. So random that it will probably fail.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Starting is way too random.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say this is a pearl of old wisdom.
Sure.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. So, how about it? Want to give it a try?
Right, I guess I can. क्या करना है मेरे को? I don't know मेरे को करना क्या है इधर. फूल पत्तियाँ दूँ. कुछ तो देना ही था मेरे को.
Okay, one moment. It's the moon.
Paimon wants to take a look too. Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to forge your own ending. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep that in mind.
It's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stall.
They say the Sub-Zerus festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's dance of Sub-Zerus would be just as impressive.
सही बात.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat. Hey, it's Dunyarzad!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zerus festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The Hallowed Knight of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sub-Zerus festival. All right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed!
Yes, Knight Ferris! Just what is going on here?
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is another Sub-Zerus festival icon, and one immensely popular with children. In the past, the actor portraying Ferris would also sit on a flower carriage.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalta candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Sure.
Whichever one. Don't these boxes all look the same?
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Ooh, those all sound pretty good.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Huh? What's up with those two flavors?
Oni kabuto is a little spicier than lizard tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants the sunsetia flavor.
I doubt I will be able to.
It's alright. Paimon believes in you.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
3. Definitely number 3. Let me give.
Attention! That's unfortunately lavender melon.
Le bhai.
Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck. But looks like Paimon was wrong.
The sunsetia flavored candy was in box number 4. How about this? The most important thing is that everyone has a good time at the festival. So please, take both boxes.
Really? Thanks a lot, Knight of...
It's Night of Flowers, not Night of Candies.
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Knight of Flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep going.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Since you're here, can you come with me to get it?
No problem. Sure thing.
Dunyarzad, you probably forgot because you're so excited about the Sub-Zero's festival.
How embarrassing.
चलो भाई किधर कौन कहाँ है चलो भाई
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right?
क्या हुआ है क्या
Wait a
चाहिए
minute.
earn mites
Boss, isn't that her?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
हाँ लड़ ले भाई किससे लड़ना
Don't look like they're up to any good.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but I wonder how much the Humayanis would shell out to get you back.
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
professionally ready to
Hey,
go
did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're... Dia! Dia the Flame Mane! No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to us.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will expose themselves for what they really are.
Aren't your claws all dull by now? Don't get too cocky!
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe location.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them.
we can't guarantee anyone's safety here.
You're right. All right, fine.
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job. Look out for yourself. After I've wiped the floor with them, I'll go find you all.
यहाँ पे फाइट करेगी यार कहाँ भाई कहाँ कहाँ जा रहे हो तुम लोग अच्छा भागना है अपने को भागो फिर
Rev the engines.
क्या हुआ
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little pale. Are you in shock?
I'm fine. My body always reacts like this whenever I exert myself too much.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia. After all, none of this would have happened if I hadn't insisted on coming out today.
Don't worry, she's tough.
Don't worry.
My lady, traveler, found ya.
Dia! You took care of them so fast!
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
No, I just checked.
Dia, your arm.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally, they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but I'm still getting used to this new greatsword.
Please, let me take a closer look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword. What happened to the one you were using before?
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on Mora. Stuff like this happens every now and then.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and I'm not gonna lose my commission because I made my employer cry, am I?
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but selling your weapon without permission and getting hurt? I'll have to reevaluate your performance.
You're so unreasonable, my lady.
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
अरे बहुत बुरी हालत है इसकी तो भी.
Feeling unwell again, Dunyarzad?
My lady, your condition. Traveler, can you take her somewhere to rest? I'll look around the area to make sure we're safe.
Truly.
Leave it to me.
I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go.
Dia's expression just now when she mentioned your condition. Just how serious is your illness?
I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Elazar?
Can't believe it's Elazar!
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar and I came to terms with it a long time ago. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me so that I can live for that much longer. However, I know I will one day succumb to this. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others.
Sad
Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
Yes, I will remember you. Don't say that. You still have happy times yet to come.
As long as you don't forget Paimon. Paimon also won't forget about you. No, even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
Thank you two so much. I apologize for the depressing conversation. This is out of character for me. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step.
You are the one who has remained resolute in the face of your illness.
Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
Right. That's the wonderful answer.
Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh? Almost time for what?
Isn't the Dance of Sub-Zerus about to begin? It's the part of the festival that I've been looking forward to the most. Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sub-Zerus festival will conclude amid everyone's applause and blessings. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to the stage!
Yeah, we should still make it in time.
चलो भाई. इसकी सैड स्टोरी पता चली. ठीक है भाई, इसकी इलनेस भी. चलो भाई.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type
अरे
of
ये भी आ गए.
performance from taking place without prior permission?
ले भाई, इनका कुछ करना पड़ेगा.
Someone's yelling at Nilu!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
But the Dance of Sub-Zerus is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zerus festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sub-Zerus festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event.
अबे तुम्हारी ऐसी तैसी यार
If you
हटाओ.
continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zerus festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them.
If you force their hand too much, the situation may get too. They have the final say in all of this.
This is a hard pill to swallow, but you're right. Things would only get worse.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts.
सही बात. कौन
Even
करता
the
है?
goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me.
अबे तेरी
What you
ऐसी
should
तैसी.
be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore.
चुप रह चुप.
When we
फोड़ दूंगा
return,
मुंडा.
have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbha day that prohibits public art performances.
इसके एंड में तो
We will
तोड़ना ही
announce it to
पड़ेगा
the
ऐसा.
public later
मारना
via the
पीटना पड़ेगा
Akasha.
इसको भाई. आकाशा की ऐसी तैसी.
I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zerus festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilu, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now? The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let everyone know? And what about the atmosphere on the stage? Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance. No. They just threatened to investigate the organizers. If we were caught...
Nilu, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zerus so much. And I know how important this festival is to you. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than enough. It would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zerus festival at this point. I don't want to get everyone in trouble.
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sub-Zerus festival, right? We'll make sure the next one is a smashing success.
The next one. Yes. Okay. It's a promise. It will be a smashing success.
लग नहीं रहा इसके बात से, पर इसकी बीमारी भी तो.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
Should we try to think another way? Is there anything else we can do?
It really is okay. There's nothing we can do about it. Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Milu's dance.
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Milu and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zero's festival a success, but Dunyarzad is running out of time.
बूढ़े लोगों की इसी तैसी पागल है बूढ़े लोग सारे. I'm sure she will know that very well. This may be a regret that you can never be solved. Beep.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible. The project has entered its most critical phase. Power has begun to flow from...
कोई तो एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहा है.
We're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get out of bed! We should go meet Dunyarzad right away!
ये धुआं कहाँ से निकल रहा है? ये धुआं यहाँ से क्यों निकल रहा है? ये स्मोक अच्छा लग रहा है मेरे को. एक स्मोक place.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Sure! Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get going!
हम फिर से क्यों चल रहे?
Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
हम फिर से क्यों चल रहे हैं वापस?
This
is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
You're quite well informed, miss. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
They're all plants! Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed.
वही डायलॉग है.
What is the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's one of the Sub-Zerus festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the
Starting
Dendro
from
Archon.
just now, something feels really similar.
Appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of food.
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now.
फिर से वही
Wait a
चीजें
moment.
सबके सारी सारी.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, right. It means illusions and... But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stop.
सब ऐसे जैसे दिख रहा है.
So, where to next?
इधर ही आएंगे वापस से फिर इसका मतलब. है नहीं। आ जाओ इधर आ जाओ। जल्दी थोड़ा जल्दी। सब एक जैसा है, वो स्क्रिप्ट के वापस से रिपीट हो रहा है। हम एक्सपेरिमेंट के अंदर है, इसका मतलब वो बीप की आवाज आई थी ना, फिर वो
Now that you have your Yalta candies, don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dismissed.
Yes, Knight Ferris! What's going on? Is this a play?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zerus festival icon and one immensely popular with children.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can meet the Night of Flowers. Oh, do you want some Yalta candies? I happen to have some boxes ready here. Take a...
What's to pick? Don't think...
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include...
Ooh, how interesting!
And there's also lizard tail...
Why do those flavors even exist? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants to eat the Sunsetia flavor.
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was
Just now, I don't think that's for luck. सही बात है, हम पहले कर चुके हैं, ये डायलॉग आ गया था इसलिए. I don't know why, but I knew it must have been number 4.
How's that possible? It's obviously random.
Why do I keep having this sense of deja
Maybe
vu?
we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
I'm sorry, Ninja, but I need to leave for a moment.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? You're just gonna walk off like that?
The flavor of deja vu, हाँ सही. हमें इधर वापस आना है. ये लूंगा मैं पहले. हम पे एक्सपेरिमेंट किया जा रहा है, मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है, क्योंकि वापस बीप आई थी, फिर उसके बाद उसने एक्सपेरिमेंट फेज ऐसा कुछ क्रिटिकल मोमेंट बोला था कुछ. वो सब चीजें वापस रिपीट हो रही.
Deja vu? Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's when you feel like you've already experienced whatever is going on. In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. But that's just our brains playing tricks on us, isn't it? So, why'd you run here in such a hurry?
I want to do something I normally never would.
So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you still get that same feeling of deja vu.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you've got good taste. I'll give this order to the kitchen.
Charcoal-baked Angelina cake? Isn't it that burned thing that didn't look tasty at all? Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally order something like this.
Normally बना रहे ना हम अब इसमें अब डेजा वू में.
That thing? Are you really gonna eat it? Isn't this going a bit too far?
Here goes.
How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted awful.
Yeah, it actually tasted really good.
Then, you mean...
This flavor, definitely eaten this.
That's impossible! We were just talking about how gross it looked! So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu?
I couldn't get rid of it at all. Look like I tried this. Oh.
Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though we aren't regulars. How about we go out again and try something else?
समझ रहे हैं हम, मतलब ये तो एक ही बार दिखा रहे हैं अब हम, पर हम ऐसे बहुत सारे सर्कल में घूम चुके, इसका मतलब ये हुआ।
Hey, Dinyarzad is sitting by herself on that bench over there. What a coincidence, Dinyarzad. We meet again. Why are you sitting here?
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came to my rescue. I started to feel unwell after that, so I sat down here.
Kidnappers? Oh my goodness, are you hurt?
I'm okay. Dia's arm got scratched, but it isn't serious.
Whew. That's a big relief. But, Dunyarzad,
वापस से वही
you
चीज
seem a
होगी।
little down today. It's the Sub-Zero's festival, and you've been looking forward to it so much.
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive physical exertion or strong emotions tend to aggravate my illness. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
I'm sorry for leaving behind.
It really is fine. I don't mind.
I just experienced number of strange events.
Huh? Did something happen?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu? You know, like when you've already experienced something that's happening right now?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling deja vu, I suppose I would already be used to it.
Oh, Paimon sees. Then, is it only the two of us?
It's almost time.
Huh? Time?
Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zeros is...
समझ रहा हूँ मैं तुम बार बार एक ही चीज दिखाओगे लोगों को तो मतलब उसकी जो फीलिंग्स से खत्म हो जाएगी ना एक चीज के लिए। तो फर्स्ट बार जो एक्सपीरियंस होता है एक्सपीरियंस से खत्म होकर तो वो परमानेंट चीजें हो जाएगी, वापस से वही चीजें हो जाएगी।
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me.
वही
What you
डायलॉग
should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will publicly announce it.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zero's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
ये बुड्ढे को तो मैं मारूंगा किसी दिन पकड़ के, बहुत ज्यादा बोल रहा है।
Nilu, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the...
It's okay. There's nothing we can do about it.
But you've been really looking forward to this. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause trouble for anyone. Didn't the Grand Sage say that he might investigate the organized...
True, but... Well, okay. I'll just have to try again next year.
The next festival. I probably won't be around by then.
Wait, what did you just say?
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did!
See, for some reason I felt like चलो भाई, the Sub-Zero Festival forced to come to unfortunately.
So, in the end, you still couldn't figure out what that deja vu feeling was all about? Maybe it really was because of exhaustion.
I hadn't thought about it, but my head does.
Same here. That's why Paimon stopped thinking about it halfway through the day. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep?
Yeah.
For now,
फिर से
we can
कुछ ना
chalk
कुछ
things
तो हो
up
रहा
to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
फिर से बीप।
Observing a modest drop in the output
Continue to monitor for variances in the data and find the cause as soon as possible.
फिर कुछ ना कुछ वो वही कर रहे हैं एक्सपेरिमेंट ये एकेडेमिया वाले पागल लोगों पे.
Paimon feels so tired after so much sleep. Anyway, we should go meet Dunyarzad, right?
Not at all. I arrived early.
और सैड हो
You
गई.
sound kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Great idea! Let's get going. Traveler?
This feels all too familiar. वही तो.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy. Oh, are you interested in Yalda candies? I have...
Not much of a choice. All these boxes look the same.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to...
They all sound pretty tasty.
And there's also lizard tail...
Huh?
वही के वही डालो.
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
सब नंबर 4 ही है.
Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all.
Paimon knew she always had incredible luck. Paimon's not really...
Wait. How did you know? Don't tell me that you already knew which flavor was in each box.
What? She was right about all of them?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning and they've been sealed ever since. You couldn't have known beforehand. Mind reading? X-ray vision? Or some kind of magic trick? This is way too freaky.
Tell us what's going on. Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler?
Oh. Just now that was.
Where are you going?
नाइडा मिल गई भाई हमें हमारी डेंड्रो आर्कॉन.
Did you see something?
वो जा रही.
Burn it down!
What are you looking for? Why did we come here?
A familiar figure all on me sense of days ago. Over there. ये भी गायब हो गई.
Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad?
She was still with us just a moment ago.
What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzads? You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this. A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? What's inside? You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon?
Let's use it together.
Well, this seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do. What the?
So many days worth of memories.
This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? No. The 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sub-Zero's festival? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule? Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago. Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us? Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro, and you also have special, sensitive constitutions. It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness.
What's wrong with the dinosaur over
A
there?
familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met.
Same.
That
लगाई था मेरे
first
को बात से.
Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left.
What I need to do right now is break out the cycle.
Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
I know you. Introduce yourself.
Good. You passed the test. What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon even you don't know. Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called the samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside the one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that. I can only give you surface-level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness. She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sub-Zero's festival. If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall. You sure love to use weird analogies. Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Let me collect my thoughts.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. That doesn't... Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. That doesn't sound right. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times. And
एक सेज की
the day
गुद्दी
of the
तोड़नी है पहले.
festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. I can't seem to...
ये आएगा. अरे ठीक है ना भाई. Time loop.
That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past.
Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense. It feels like time's just repeating itself.
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately, I can't give you any more hints.
अरे इसकी तो हालत ही मरने से हो गई.
The Sub-Zero's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's festival ends.
चलो भाई. अब थोड़ा दिमाग से खेलना पड़ेगा हमें. बहुत ज़्यादा दिमाग
Let's
से.
think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival. And to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so we must have missed something, right? Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again. It's more productive than sitting here and scratching our heads. Why don't we start with those stall owners?
Full throttle!
Oh. पूरा घूम के निकला हूँ मैं. बोलो. मेरा एक तो.
Hey there!
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend? I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yesterday.
Have you ever understand? Do you ever feel?
Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today. I haven't felt anything strange.
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from the forest yesterday?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Are you two daydreaming? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? Is everyone dreaming?
No one dreams in Sumeru.
True. It's so weird that people here don't dream. Why is that? Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago. Let's keep asking around.
फल वाला तो इसी तैसी तो अपने फल मन.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person?
But I'm not sure it's related to your divination.
Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back. Help us better understand it.
Help you better understand it? Well, that isn't exactly what I excel at.
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into?
We all trap in a day by
Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam. What you just said, are you serious? Does that kind of thing actually happen in real life?
I knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions, and lies. It really felt like an...
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on. Can you read any more into it?
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. It's no good for practical problems. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to?
Let's try yeah, again.
Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again?
Let's try taking this video.
Yeah. At this time of day, Dia's probably just finished beating up those kidnappers.
Try and stop me!
अरे इधर अरे
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous
A gang kidnapper ambush you. Just defeated a gang of kidnappers.
Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could have went all out. Anyway, can you do something for me?
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around. Did Paimon get that right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon.
Tell her, Traveler!
Because
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. What's going on?
All right, so this is the situation.
You explain everything today.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
Haven't you noticed something off about this?
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
My lady, are you angry?
Come with me, I will show you something.
All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely safe here.
Full throttle!
अरे भाई चल जा भाई एक बार में वही सब हो रहा भाई जो मेरे को लगा ही था होगा दिखाना तो पड़ेगा ना भाई मैं तुम एक ही दिन बार बार तुम दिखाओगे तो यही होगा ना इंसान की खत्म हो जाए सब कुछ
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking to?
Huh? I told you that you two are special.
Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
You can see her.
Wow. How perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment. What happened?
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeating itself.
We've been discussing the issue in the...
So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zero's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know.
Naida, can you tell us anything about that?
Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha!
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait.
What's up?
I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha?
Most information in the Akasha comes from you.
Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you think?
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through. Okay, Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. That doesn't sound right. My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking.
I get the grants knowledge.
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What?
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. My mind feels exhausted, even...
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Short. Somehow I don't think it will.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
Everyone removes the Akasha terminal.
How does everyone feel?
Actually, I also noticed something else.
Huh? What is it?
Feel like in the end of every day.
Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
I heard the same sound before.
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
ये नहीं सुधरेंगे ये साइंस वाले लोग पागल हो जाते हैं अचानक कुछ ना कुछ चाहिए इन्हें करने के लिए दिमाग में इतना एक्सपेरिमेंट चाहिए इन्हें क्यों कोई किस लिए जियो ना खुद आराम से क्यों दूसरों को दिमाग खराब कर रहे हो
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
at the end of the last
We
night.
definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that?
They've been implanted with other forms of terminals.
But now we can at least confirm one thing. The Akasha definitely has something to do with whatever's trapping us in this cycle. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about yourself.
I guess I'm the moon.
The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kidnappers should be showing up soon.
अरे बहुत दिमाग लगेगा भाई बहुत ज्यादा मैं कह रहा हूँ
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
hold on something's not right
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this time.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
थोड़ा चेंज हुआ aren't you still getting used to your
Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it. Please, don't tell Miss Junior.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
during a battle don't anything
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so familiar. It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think?
It will be because we remove Akash turn.
Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful.
Is it possible that we have already broken?
Oh, Sora, something like this would have never happened.
We'll know for sure at the end of the
I
day.
have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still dangerous here, so...
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around.
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Forget it. Go and do your thing. Whew. It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time she fought the kidnappers. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight.
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay,
Matrix जैसा scene हो गया.
Paimon's brain is already shut down.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say? Did Paimon hear you correctly?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange?
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago.
We are going to go get some rest.
Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax. Let's go back to our room.
एक और बार तीसरा.
Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
इनकी ऐसी तैसी यार साइंटिस्ट होगी.
We're still in the same day. Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara? Why did you tell us?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often, and I thought it might help you clear your minds.
Paimon thought the Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us after all.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence.
अकेली है
In
ना ये
other
भी.
words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Get it?
ये अकेली है ना ये यहाँ पे इसको कोई देखता नहीं
Talking
है.
about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
The time loop theory is indeed incorrect.
Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
Yes, fighting skill have been improved.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical conditions should also reset.
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory. And Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles. I can't seem to cohesively piece everything together. I can't seem to
Memories are deleted every day.
All our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day. Then we would unwittingly relive that same day again and again.
We aren't in the time loop. Instead, our memories are being erased at
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before. But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
That isn't simple at all.
Still the wrong conclusion, huh?
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right. She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go.
इधर है भाई वो अच्छा इधर है बार बार ऐसे रहना पड़ेगा भाई लगता है ये तो एक राउंड और होएगा फिर खत्म हो जाएंगे मतलब
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it.
Let's get straight to the point. You suddenly became proficient with your great. You lived through the same many times already, and our memories in the day erased everything.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this greatsword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
I thought about that too. But if the sages were behind this, if they were utilizing entire city resources as well as inform supplied by the Akasha.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything! It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
Try and stop me!
चलो देखे क्या दिखाना चाहती है। पर पॉइंट तो है भाई, पैसे कहाँ जाएंगे, वो कहाँ से होगा, कैसे होगा।
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training.
That makes sense. It seems we have been abandoned this too.
I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
We are not in the real world.
Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now?
I suddenly realized that something is strange.
Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately.
How come? We never thought about leaving the city.
Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution. Many things should become clear if we can confirm the flow of time outside of the city. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired?
Is it really strange? We should thought for this long time ago.
How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
Rev the engines!
You're back early today. Did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
What will happen if we try to leave the city?
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before.
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town.
Really?
क्योंकि हम बाहर निकलेंगे तो वो मेमोरीज से देख पाएंगे जो उन्हें पता नहीं ना, क्योंकि वो एरिया बेस्ड है वो. Let me try again.
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
एक और बाकी.
Our memories are back!
Let's go and try to leave this city.
About that. Well, where should Paimon begin?
Mama, what do you mean?
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you.
The message from...
Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
It's my own voice.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in.
2 days ago.
It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday.
Let's go and try to leave the city.
Okay, let's go.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the Academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else.
So, of course, Academia wouldn't share this plan to the phones.
Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? Those guards can't be everywhere at once. This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's hurry!
Paimon, stay here.
Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind?
Leaving the city might trigger dispersion to our memory. We need someone to stay, witness, event.
But what if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you. Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together, haven't we?
Yeah. वही बहुत अच्छी है पाइमन. Don't worry. If we live together, it will just be the same.
Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. Just a quick look.
Okay, okay.
And please, be careful. Memories!
Let's go and try to leave the city together. Traveler! What's wrong, Paimon?
Paimon thought Paimon would never see you again. You just disappeared. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
Yeah. What did I miss?
Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think she understood what you were saying.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Although I don't remember doing anything together, still sorry, Paimon. I won't leave you behind.
okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so scared that you had gone into another world.
Okay, Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday?
Paimon, describe your plan from yesterday.
I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant.
He showed that what you saw, you weren't losing out.
No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this?
Yes, I don't even know yesterday's
I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased?
So they don't just restrict it to Sumeru. They also erase the memories of those who leave.
It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside.
If our memories will be erased, can we leave behind something other than memories?
Something like a message? But how can we send it back?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyar's out for me.
Yep! Now we're talking!
पूरा एक दिन निकल गया
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
Sure.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record a message, right?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now.
So what?
Let's go then. Let's expose those sages.
I still think you should stay.
All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday. But Paimon still isn't happy about it.
See you tomorrow, Paimon.
Okay. See you tomorrow, Traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Was what I left from myself when I left the city. So that message.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside.
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty, except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the walls. Like, everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents.
There's another part here. We only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there? What did the traveler want to say? What are those spaces?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
Space where
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence. That doesn't sound all the bizarre, My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears, and we're taken to the next day. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half.
The secret, huh? Give me some time, I need to organize my thoughts.
Hey, where are you going?
The empty lesions, organize thoughts. हम नीचे कहाँ जा रहे हैं?
Full throttle.
मैं आप पे सही आ गया.
Do you want some alone time to think? All right then, Paimon won't disturb you.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Dance okay. It's that time.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away.
I think I know the answer now.
Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together. This time, we're gonna get to the truth.
बिल्कुल.
Try and stop me!
for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival?
Ask away.
Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
Information in years of people.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence. All the bizarre... We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times. And the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. Those spaces remind me of dreams, like the one I had in the Avidia forest. We've already...
रुको यार एक मिनट.
You're back.
मैं तुझे नहीं मार रहा भाई, मैं समझ रहा हूँ.
Okay.
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Yeah, fourth last all out.
You're back. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero? Okay.
Okay. Nahida said, all the bizarre...
You're back. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero? Okay.
Okay. Nahida said... Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the... Those spaces remind me of... Those spaces remind me of...
ये दो बच रहे हैं भाई.
Okay. Those spaces remind... We've already
You're back. I've been waiting. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam? Okay.
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha That doesn't sound right. I need to careful... People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. I can't... We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them. The moon, illusions, and lies. People in Sumeru don't...
ये दोनों होगा ना फिर. एक तो ये होगा.
People in Sumeru don't dream. We are all in a dream.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen. That would explain why they sounded so weird when she was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in
correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
It complies wisdom and it grant knowledge to people.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. It is the manifestation of the god of wisdom.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination.
Wait, though.
People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Yes, and they don't intend to stop this.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival. Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operation. My mind feels... Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zeru's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha.
Sure.
No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zeru's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha. And so it continues.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
Alright, last question. Who am I?
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Lot of question for you, but that doesn't seem like time.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now.
Why couldn't you simply tell us? How does he manage?
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your mind. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing. Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sub-Zero's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean?
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of deja vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
Say baat. About the side effect of mass-produced dreams.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when?
You might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
Why is the dream about the Sub-Zero?
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow, now that's strange.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Traveler, do you have any information?
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean...
Why could you simply tell us to do... I don't have any.
Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable. After we end the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again. Oh, we're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
Listen, she couldn't have.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way.
be too late? The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
You are so close.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way, so that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still...
You are a kind Archon.
Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sumeru's festival with so many regrets.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sumeru's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when the server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food.
So you find the host, then what?
Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far only for Dunyarzad to... She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her.
I just feel so dreamer. Okay? Demoralized.
Yeah.
Demoralized.
Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the Samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Unlikely. Knowing the plan, they probably became aware that they were dreaming. An expected host would be less.
Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control, like Nahida and us. So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
The one with the strange get up.
Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sub-Zeru's festival, right? Pretty core character. Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
Rev the engines! Try and stop me!
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Could you make a wish?
Imagine your wish coming true before you were young.
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zeru's festival tradition or something?
रुको guys, एक मिनट वॉशरूम कर लूँ.
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zeru's festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years? 100 years? I'll serve her till the end of time. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're...
What?
Faki? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them has any idea that she...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Tia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers.
I will teach them a lesson. They won't forget.
Huh? But Tia can handle them. Hey, Traveler!
इस बार हम मारेंगे उन्हें पकड़ के आओ भाई अब तुम
Light it up.
बहुत हो गया इस बार तो हम मारेंगे अभी नहीं
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take...
Indeed.
Hey, this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you.
You're wasting your breath.
You... Fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup. Suit yourself. You're going...
चल भाई आजा
That's close enough. Come on.
Incinerate.
बहुत हो गया भाई इनका स्पीड में तो
Let's spark things up a little.
Let the world collide!
That's close enough.
Rise with the sun.
चले जाओ सभी सारे
Pyroclastic surge.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys?
I'm just angry at myself.
You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something.
Oh, yes, I do remember that.
Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's festival.
Should we check out items?
Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search. This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
Paimon enters the room, then a while carrying something.
This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it?
Mm-hmm. After almost 16 days, we were able to get those notes and return observer. Once the festival ends, you and Paimon will probably continue your journey immediately. So I was hoping that I will be able to give this to you before that. This is a completion of folk legend considered as Lord personally created from series of interviews that I conducted in sessions. I interviewed so many people, but I am afraid that there are very few who knows about her. Still, I hope that there will be of use of in your search for her. Underworld water supplies was once contaminated, forcing everyone to go very far out to water. But one day, people suddenly found that the water was drinkable again, and some said that the green light was seen near the water source the previous night. Everyone believed that this was the divine power of lesson originally at work. This sounds quite possible. The decantation of water source by natural means probably takes ages. The lesson will appear in Gandhara will then. After Mama passed away, I was super afraid of the dark and couldn't sleep. But from one day on, I would hear a voice that would chat with me till I fell asleep. A nice lady told me the lesson must be watching over a poor child. I hope that the WFS makes him a little happier. That quite similar of something I experienced back then as well. As she is indeed a gentle god. There was this one time when I had a wee bit too much to drink and couldn't find my way home to save my life. Then, when I turned a corner, I couldn't saw. I saw Lasuru Kusma. She was very tall. She was very tall and had the most muscular arms, and she caught me from scram when I slipped and fell. The next morning, I found myself sleeping under a tree. I reckon that must been looking for me. I'm not sure that this one has that much value as a reference. That's possible, just a tree, right? These folk records print Dana's art reference to me.
Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival and had all her health problems to worry about, she must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero's festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to now?
Burn it down! Rev the engines!
वे इतना सैड क्यों बना देते हैं लोग यार कभी-कभी.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet.
I feel better if I say this out loud. Thank you.
Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago.
बहुत ज़्यादा सैड बना दिया ऐसे एंड में आते आते.
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zerus.
I can barely recall it now.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Any that?
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come...
Not leave behind any regrets.
Where are we going this time?
To watch the dance of Sub-Zero. नीलू के पास जा रहे ना इसी के तो रिग्रेट वाला था ना इसका भी सीन ठीक है भाई
Rise with the sun.
इस बार वो मिलेगा ना वो ग्रेड से जिसकी उल्टी चटका दूंगा मैं आज
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
हमारी बारी हम सिखाएंगे ऐसे सबक बहुत बोल रहा है बुड्ढा
Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste! Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff?
just like I thought
Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
hang on a minute what's with those flowers
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Dunyarzad, did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how?
Yeah. What's going on here?
close your eyes Neelu.
Huh?
Imagine the Grand Sage and his are not in the front of you.
You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try. Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What a surprise! Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assumed there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Padisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu?
Correct.
But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu realize that?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
How did you come up with that conclusion?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sub-Zeru's festival?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep. But in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City, and founded the Academia. What a happy ending.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story.
Now that Nilu is aware of.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can.
I've been waiting for a long. इसका डांस है ना, डांस करेंगे तभी सब ड्रीम से जग जाएंगे.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zero's.
बढ़िया भाई.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
बढ़िया भाई. बढ़िया भाई, मजा आ गया.
Good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time.
Good morning, Punk.
Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zero's festival. The Sub-Zero's festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal!
At the end of the dance of Sub-Zero, I think I saw.
She's not in her room. What happened?
Let's go to the usual spot.
What usual spot?
Rev the engines!
उठ गई वो.
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like that!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I have something amazing to tell you. I just had a dream, and I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sub-Zero's.
बढ़िया भाई. रिक्वेस्ट भी पूरी हो गई. बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया. गाइस आज की लाइव स्ट्रीम के लिए इतना ही रखते हैं भाई. आज की लाइव स्ट्रीम के लिए इतना रखते हैं. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग भाई. वैसे ही हो गया, देख लिया भाई. आज फिर कल इसको थोड़ा और कंटिन्यू करेंगे कल से. तो आज की लाइव स्ट्रीम के लिए इतना ही. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग गाइस. मिलता है आपको नेक्स्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम में. कल से कंटिन्यू करेंगे इधर ही. बढ़िया गाइस. फरीना है मेरे पास, मेरे को पीछे सेट अप कोर्स भाई. फरीना की सोड ले सकता हूँ मैं. क्या हुआ ये? गलती से मैंने विश कर दिया गाइस. ये तो मेरे को करना ही नहीं था. गलती से मैंने विश कर दिया. इसको रखते हैं. फरीना की सोड नहीं है मेरे पास. कोई बात नहीं, होता रहता है. राइसली के लिए विश करूंगा मैं, क्योंकि फरीना है मेरे पास. मेरे को नहीं चाहिए फरीना अभी के लिए, तो नहीं चाहिए मेरे को. राइसली चाहिए क्योंकि मेरे पास कोई भी क्रायो का नहीं है. 2 आएंगे ठीक है. इसमें कितना 3 20 25 विशेष है मेरे पास अभी. बेसिकली 25 विशेष है. 26 थी टोटल. एक विश वेस्ट हो गई मेरी, पर कोई बात नहीं. समझ गए गाइस. अब ये मैं बैक आ जाऊं भाई. पता नहीं कुछ और दब जाए, पता फिर विश हो जाए, कोई मतलब नहीं. तो गाइस कल हम लाइव स्ट्रीम वापस कंटिन्यू करेंगे यहाँ से. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग गाइस. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग. मिलता हूँ आपको नेक्स्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम में. मजा आया आज. थोड़ा बहुत दिमाग लग गया, बहुत घूम लिया आगे पीछे. कल से और अब अच्छी स्टोरी चालू होगी. अब रिवेंज भी लेना है हमें एकेडमी वालों से, सेज ओएस से. वो सब तो कल देखेंगे. ठीक है गाइस, थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग. मिलता हूँ आपको नेक्स्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम में. मजा आया लाइव स्ट्रीम में. वैसे थोड़ा सैड हो गया बहुत एंड में आते आते, पर ठीक है. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग गाइस.